Ayoay, welcome back to Toodles Sanity podcast. I'm Mystic Moth Maiden.
I'm Crimson Cthulhu.
And we're here to talk about some more random stuff. So, recently we were looking into, colors. And, we found some interesting ones, I think.
Yes.
I think you have a new favorite color.
Yes, I have found a new shade of green called Wheelie Bin.
Wheelie Bin.
I don't know how they came up with the name, but I love it. And I now want to confuse people by going around saying my favorite color is Wheelie Bin Green.
Wheelie Bin Green. Like, there's certain colors, like, I don't know, they're just, like, things that are that color, like, sapphire is the blue, obviously. There's a color here called peacock, which is like a green-blue, kind of like the feathers, I guess.
Kind of like how, like, pine, you have an instant image of green.
Yeah, it's like a pine tree, so that's a thing. Well, in my name, Mystic, I didn't really know that was a shade of pink, and I was like, well, it's a shade of pink. Awesome.
Yeah, like crimson. I like crimson. Crimson's a nice color.
Crimson is a nice color.
It's also a nice descriptive word with an ominous, like, feel to it. Cause you say something's crimson, everybody's immediately thought is like crimson, like blood sort of thing.
Yeah.
So it always.
For when it comes to red, whenever people like ask, like, oh, give me a color, I love to say vermilion.
It's such a nice word.
It's a nice color, and it's a nice, fun word to just be like, what do you need? Vermilion. And it's like their like hesitation is kind of funny.
I feel like vermilion is also like kind of like one of those words that make you just automatically sound fancy.
It's like, yes, I'm an art major. Didn't you know?
Just like I like your shirt. Thank you. It's vermilion. And people won't know if you talk about the color, the fabric. They just know it's vermilion.
Like, what are some other odd colors? Mauve. Purple.
Whoever decided to name that color mauve, I just want to know why.
Just mauve. Because, that makes a lot of sense. I like the ones that are named after flowers, though, because you have, like, I think rose red, lavender, wisteria. I love wisteria. The flower. I mean, the color's okay, but I like the flower. Violet, orchid, periwinkle. All flowers as well.
Periwinkle.
Lilac. Amethyst, though. Love me a good stone color.
Yes. Amethyst is a nice color. But also, when you look at the rock, you don't really know what kind of color it is, because there's the dark purple, the light purple.
You know what, they were like, this is like the majority of this rock, it's called amethyst now.
They just like took an image of it, and then just kind of like blurred it to see what image stayed the most vivid, and went, that's amethyst.
That is now amethyst. I'm trying to think, maybe there's like another shade of, is there shades of orange?
Yeah.
Is that a thing?
Yes.
Shades of orange. Tangerine.
Tangerine.
Tangerine, shade of orange. It's also a type of orange. Wild. Wow.
I just love that a majority of, like, shades of brown are food related.
Spice, squash, honey,
yeah, like,
marmalade.
There's some colors.
Marmalade?
It's marmalade.
Marmalade.
At least I think it's
yam.
But like, there's certain colors where like all the shades are just food related.
Papaya, salmon.
Will you stop naming off oranges?
We're not gonna talk about it. Shades of orange. It's just so many.
Pecan brown.
Pecan brown. All right, why not? It's like if it's a tree, if it's a food, now it's a color. Might as well.
If it exists, there's a color for it.
What would be like an obscure name for a color?
Wheelie Bin Green.
Wheelie Bin Green. Lemon Zest. Wow, is that the actual name for that?
Okay, but can you imagine someone going to like a shop being like, hey, I want to paint my room. They're like, sure, what color do you want? Wheelie Bin Green.
Wheelie Bin Green. It's my favorite color,
I you
honestly.
just kind of that, like, what do you do?
There's, and then there's, like, the ones that aren't, like, really original at all. Like, oh, here's pale green. Just pale green.
What about like yellowish green?
Yellow green.
Yellow green. Like, didn't think of that.
Powder blue was one that always kind of sat with me, because I'm just there like, powder blue, but like, you know it's a light blue as soon as they say it. There's a certain image, but it's like, why isn't it just light blue, you know?
Well, because light blue is a little more blue than powder blue. Powder blue is faded light blue.
Or we have hot pink, and then we have deep pink. What is deep pink? What does that even mean?
It has a lot of meaning to it.
You wouldn't understand. It's deep pink. Tomato. Just tomato. Honestly. Alright, why not?
If it exists.
If it is.
My favorite is looking up shades of black, and then there's not really a difference between them. Like, there's black, ebony, ink, and like, crow, onyx, and like they all look the same. Like, there's obviously a difference, but you really can't tell that there is.
Oh my god, you're right. Oil kind of looks like raven and pitch, but coal and spider kind of look the same.
Like leather and metal.
Leather
Can't really tell the difference.
I like how all of the black ones just sound like bits and pieces of like heavy metal band names.
And like soot is much lighter than jet black.
Soot, spider, jade, obsidian, jet black, ebony, crow, raven, midnight. This is a gothic band dream here.
This is like you pick a random wood and you just write a poem about it. Like, you pick a shade of black and you're like, yep, I could write something.
I feel like we should, you know what? Pick a color and then, like, pick, like, one little palette and then see if we can make, like, a band name out of it. I think I'm gonna do shades of red. So let me look up shades of red,
Should I change from black? Cause I feel like
keep yours
too
as
good.
black. I feel like that's too good to pass up. I'm gonna do this one. It has, like, a decent amount. Yeah.
Can you imagine if there was a band called, like, Onyx Crow?
That's actually a pretty sick name,
Right.
honestly.
Why is there a black called Jade?
I don't know. I think jade is a green, isn't it?
Yeah.
Well, it's there. Alright, blush candy lipstick, though, is kind of a vibe.
That sounds more like a song to me.
Album cover. It's
Like-
the album name, Blush
yeah.
Candy Lipstick. I don't know if there would be, like, commas in between, or, like, you put it all together and it's supposed to, like, describe the color of the lipstick. I don't know, but it's kind of fun.
I think you have to put it all together as, like, a description.
Scarlet Garnet. I like how we have, there's a variety of the shades of red. Some of them sound a little more, I don't know, harsh, and certain ones sound, like, really playful. Like, blush and candy sound, like, really fun, but then you have, like, crimson and blood, and it's like, oh, well, we're in the dark spot.
But I feel like those are still, like, it's so weird, because when you name a color after something, instantly you know what that color looks like.
Yeah, you're not wrong.
Like, yeah, blood is a little morbid, but you know exactly what shade of red that is.
Okay, that's true. It's kind of, yeah, I guess that works. Blood.
Meanwhile, again, let's go back to this black thing. If you say any of these, it's all the same.
It's all the same, guys. It's all the same.
Some of these don't even look like coin is gray.
Coin is gray.
Pebble is darker gray.
Lovely. Pebble. Why does that sound so, like, sweet, though? Pebble.
Pebble is like a nice rock.
Really cute.
And a boulder is a very mean rock.
No. Pebble is like, I don't know. Like when two birds are like, oh, here, I love you. Take this pebble.
Yes.
It's very sweet. It has like a certain connotation to it.
Engagement pebbles.
Engagement pebble. But no, for real.
Yeah, pebble.
Colors are weird. And then the fact that really no two people, well, not no two people, but like not everybody sees the same colors.
Yeah.
So like if I look at it, they're like, oh yes, this is specifically a garnet red. And someone's there like, actually it's ruby red. Well, we're just gonna be bickering for a while. Let's be honest. Naming each individual shade is kind of bizarre. I think it's like the same vibe as like having different shades of like colors and like lipsticks.
Mm-hmm.
where it's like, wow, but why though?
Who like decided, you know what? I'm gonna name this this color. I'm gonna name it, and then just continue to go down the list. It was like, there's a lot of colors.
I would love the job of naming lipstick colors, but I feel like a lot of them could be rejected because they're like, I don't know, super dorky or like super weird.
I would try to make like the worst lipstick names to see which ones actually get passed.
It's like, we ignore the name, but we like the color.
Yes.
we'll ignore the name. But yeah, so ignoring the name. I wonder if there's like some really bad color names out there. Hold on. We're gonna try something.
And I feel like colors really tell you like a lot about a person. Because like some people would be like, oh, I like orange. Meanwhile, some of them like, you know, when the sun is just setting, that kind of, and that's how you know that those people are trying way too hard.
All right. If anybody listening wants a real fun one, so it's not the apostrophe changes. No, not really.
No,
it doesn't change anything. So Google. Here's the hex code. If you don't know what I'm talking about, it doesn't matter. I need you to type this into Google search bar. You're gonna put the little hashtag symbol, or what do they call it when you're on the phone? Pound. I don't know. Something. 49796B. It's real funny.
Yes.
It's one name there.
Specifically a lowercase b.
It's so good. It's so good.
It's one of the best colors known to man.
Anyway, I think that about caps it here.
I think so, yeah.
Hope you enjoyed. We currently do have an Instagram now. So our Instagram is, well, obviously on Instagram. Our Instagram is Toodles Sanity Podcast altogether. Yeah. And we already have some posts coming up, hopefully. We'll try to be a little more active on these things, but we'll see. Life is life, and it's weird.
Yeah, and if any of you have any suggestions of like stuff we should talk about next podcast,
drop them in the comments.
Yeah, drop it in the comments of this video, of the post on
that
Instagram.
No one will watch.
Yeah, no, we're gonna have to say this message like 20 videos later.
It's gonna be funny,
but it's good to say it now, so when people look back on it, they're like, oh, let's put a comment.
Anyway, thanks for sticking around with us. Toodles!
Toodles!